Hello. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Makeup Monday. It is your girl Tabitha here. So today I'm going to be testing out a couple of products that I got from Target. And the first two products are some E.L.F products. This is the E.L.F HD Lifting Concealer, and this is in the color medium. This is the E.L.F Color Correcting Stick. I decided to get the one in orange because you guys know orange will cancel out any dark spots. This is the Sonia Kashuk limited edition Pretty Cheeky Face Palette. You guys, this is normally $20 at Target. It's clearance right now for $9.98. Okay guys, so let's get started. We're going to go first with the E.L.F Color Correcting Stick. I have already, you know, cleansed and washed my face, moisturized, and I've already primed my face. I used the Hard Candy Primer. This is how it looks. It's kind of like a crayon type of situation here, and it does roll up. So as you guys can see, you get a lot of product here, guys. More product than you get with those KKW kits. Just gonna put this on the normal spots that I have some wasn't expecting it to be that bright. Woohoo. As you guys can see, it's not like a darker orange. It's definitely a brighter colored orange. I'm gonna go ahead and just blend this out using my fingers. This is how it's looking now. I didn't want to like over blend it, but the more I blended it out, I noticed the more sheer it got. So I didn't want to blend it out too much. So it's going to be interesting to see if it's going to kind of bleed through my foundation and peek through my foundation. The foundation I'm going to be using today is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. This is a very good drugstore foundation, you guys. If you haven't used this, you definitely should. Okay guys, next I'm going to go ahead and use my Real Techniques sponge and blend this on out. How it is looking so far after applying the foundation. As you guys can see, there's still this mark right here is one of my like fresher ones, so it's really hard to cover that up because it's really dark, and I say it did a decent job. It didn't cover it up, you know, 100%. Next, I'm gonna go in with the E.L.F HD Lifting Concealer in the color medium. It's really hard to tell in the store what color is going to match you. So yeah, so this is how the container looks here, and I'm not sure if this takes, you know, if it blends out really quickly, if it dries, I guess is what I'm trying to say, quickly. So I'm just going to start. Okay, it's not that bad. Do it on both sides. Let's give this a chance to kind of dry down a little bit, just so we can get more coverage. It seems like it's pretty queamy. Seems like it's pretty creamy. So we'll give it a chance, and I'll put a little bit over that dark spot too to see if I can conceal that. Put a little bit on my chin, above my cupid's bow, down my nose, and a little bit on the same sponge I used for my foundation. Let's get blending. Okay guys, I don't know if you guys can tell, but down my nose, my forehead, everywhere else that I highlighted, it really blended out nicely. So I really like that. I think that this is a good highlight color for me. It's not super bright, and it gives me just enough highlight to, you know, without overdoing it. Definitely more of like a natural highlight, I guess I would say. So I gave it a little chance to kind of dry down, so it wouldn't spread too much and I can get more coverage. So let's hope that that works, that it doesn't crease and crack and spread and separate and all of that crap. So let's go ahead and get to blending. So I think that that blended out great. And again, I just tested that out. That was my first time doing that, but I would definitely recommend for this concealer to put it on and kind of let it set for like a minute or two, you know, just kind of do the rest, blend out the rest of your concealer, and I think it helps with the coverage. Okay guys, so we definitely have to set this to make sure it doesn't crease or crack. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder in number 30 in medium deep. I think I'm definitely going to go get the powder that's a step up from this one, say up a little bit lighter, just on days I want kind of more of a brighter highlight. But I'm going to use the same sponge that I've been using. We are going to try out this Pretty Cheeky palette by Sonia Kashuk. You guys can see this. This is just really, really gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and swatch the colors. It does come with a mirror. It comes with a highlighter, kind of like more of a bronzy shade, and then a blush. So, okay guys, from the top to the bottom, that is the blush, the more of a bronzy color, and then the highlight. So I have a feeling that this bronzer is not really going to bronze me, but we're just going to go ahead and try it. So I'm going to go in with kind of the bronzy color. I'm going to go in with the AOA Studio F14 contour brush and dip that into the powder, and let's just bronze up and see how this color looks on my skin tone. So that color I think looks pretty good on my skin tone. Wasn't sure how it was gonna look, but it looks pretty good. So next we're gonna go in with the Beauty Big Bang brush. And you guys remember I did a full review on these brushes. I do have a discount code for the website in the description bar if you guys are interested in these brushes. But this is basically what I'm going to use it for is a blush brush. So I'm going to take the brush or blush color in the palette, and since this is a brighter color, I'm going to be very light-handed. Guys, again, the blush, it's okay, not a huge fan of. It's probably not the best on my skin tone. It's just okay. Next we're going to go in with the highlighter. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of these newer Sonia Kashuk brushes. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to start on the Cupid's bow. And it's a really nice goldy color. You guys see that? To set my foundation, the rest of my face, I'm going to go ahead and use this Physicians Formula translucent powder that I got from the Dollar Tree, and it is actually not too bad. It is just a translucent powder, so it's not something that's going to show up. It's so far it doesn't give flashback on any of my pictures, so I just use that to set my foundation any place that I did not highlight, like underneath my eyes, down my nose, you know. So okay guys, so before I go in and do my lips, I'm gonna go ahead and set this mug using the E.L.F makeup mist and set. You guys remember I found this at Walgreens, was clearancing out a whole bunch of E.L.F products, so I got this for $1.49, but this is fairly cheap. Even at Target it's like $6, very inexpensive. While that is drying, I'm going to go ahead and do my lips. I'm going to use the AOA Studio Wonder Matte Lipstick in the color Vintage. going to go ahead and use my Wet n Wild Mega Catsuit. This is in the color Nudie Patootie, and I mix this with a lot of my colors, you guys. This does not look good on me by itself, but it is bomb if you want to do an ombre look. So I just put a little bit on my fingers. That's way I don't mess up the actual brush. And I'm going to put it in the center of my lips like so. Final look of the day with this makeup. So just for the products I tested specifically for this video, the E.L.F HD concealer, this is pretty darn good, you guys. I really enjoyed this. I definitely will be using this more, and I'm kind of out of a concealer that I can use underneath my eyes. Is one of the main reasons why I wanted to try it, and it's pretty darn good. Again, under $4. Definitely something you guys want to try out. Next, you guys, the E.L.F color correcting stick. Again, this is something that's very sheer. I would definitely recommend kind of really packing it on, to be honest with you. Kind of pack it on and then lightly blend. You don't want to even blend this too much because it'll sheer it out, and then it'll defeat the purpose of you even trying to cover up your dark spots in the first place. But it blended beautifully with my foundation. I didn't have any problem with it peeking through the foundation. It didn't cover a whole lot, but again, maybe the technique I used was, I shouldn't have blended it out as much as I did, but it did give me some coverage, which is better than none. So I'll definitely be testing this out more in future videos. Colors, you guys, are pretty okay. Again, I have to play around with the blush a little bit more, because I think on my skin tone it might have just, the color might have got washed out a little bit. But the highlight, y'all see this highlight, like the highlight in itself, honestly, the highlight itself is worth $10 in my opinion. I like the fact that it comes with a mirror. It's compact, you can travel with it. So yeah, it is definitely good. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate you guys, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Bye.